Hi, we are going to have a look at some of these Olo alcohol markers which I managed to get my hands on when I was in Brisbane lately. I got them from an art supply store called Senior Art Supplies, which is in West End in Brisbane. So I got these, which I haven't been able to find anywhere else in Australia, and they also gave me this watercolour dot card for Michael Harding watercolours, which was very nice. And I managed to find these granulating Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolours, which I've been wanting to try for a while. But today is about these, so let's open these up together. So these you could buy separately, or they came in pre-curated sets. So this is the Manga 1 set, and I really like the colour range that was in this box. And this is the Sea and Sky set with this range of colours here. And in the box, these are brush markers. There are 8 colours, and it should also have the connector rings in there as well, because these markers come in you have a full ink capacity of what a normal alcohol marker would be, but they come in what look like halves. So if we open up this one, this is a Manga 1. These are our connector rings. So we'll join the 2 halves together. Oops, make sure that doesn't roll away. So the idea is that you can customize your pen. If you prefer 2 brush tips on either end of the same color, you could do that, or have different colors, or you could have chisel, up to you. And then these are the actual colors inside. So the colors in this set, we have scallop, coral, periwinkle, shrimp, aqua green, cherry blossom, and hyacinth. So that's in the Manga 1 set. And to join the markers together, we get the connector ring and screw that in, and I might want to put these 2 from the same family together. So this is orange, and that's 2.0 and 2.2. And that's how you join them together. I think you can get a plain handle that you can also put on the end. And then we have our brush nib on either end, which we'll swatch out in a moment. I've got some Express It blending card here, which I like to use with alcohol markers. And we'll use this to do some swatching. We've got the other ones here as well. We'll swatch out the Manga 1 set first, and we'll start with the blue-green, which is the aqua green, and I'll bring you in nice and close so you can see. There we go. Always love new markers, they're always so lovely and juicy. Brush nib feels nice. Ink lays down well. A little bit of flex in the brush nib, which is nice. Feels like a paintbrush. And you can get a variety of marks there. And you can see what the layering looks like. Okay, so that one's aqua green. Let's label that. What's this one? Pink Lotus. Oh wow, that's a gorgeous color. So I'm just adding more and more layers to look at the change between 1, 2, 3, and then multiple. That's 2 layers, 3, 4, 5. And this side is hyacinth. It's 3, 4, 5. That's a very nice colour as well. These ones, scallop. 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, I think my favourite is that pink lotus. Okay, and then onto shrimp, or in Australia as we call them, prawns. That's 2, 3, 4. That's it's a nice delicate pink. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two layers, 3 layers, 4, 5. So this seems to have a mix of some saturated colours, highly saturated, and then some more delicate colours or translucent. So this is the manga one, aqua green, pink lotus, periwinkle, hyacinth, scallop, shrimp, cherry blossom and coral. We have to put the markers together. So we've got 8 colours in here as well. Our connector rings. So make sure I've got them all out this time. Yep, that's 8. This is kyanite. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one's sky. It's a pretty colour, that sky there. Two, 3, 4, 5. Sea glass. Let's put some chihuahua. 4, 5. The lioness comes in next. And then dark oat. Okay, so that's the sea and sky set. So I'll zoom you out so you can see. what we're here to do is to see how these perform. So what I'm going to do is think of something to draw, and then we'll put these Olos to the test. So I've had a little bit of a play with the markers just down here, just to see how they feel. I'm going to add some coloured pencil to this because coloured pencil just gives a marker drawing that something extra, and I can't help myself on that. But I am also going to do this giraffe. So what I'll do is I'll do some of, once I lighten the line work with my kneadable eraser wherever it's gone. So enjoy the process and see you at the end. Welcome back. This is a completed artwork, so you would have seen in the speed draw, speed paint, whatever you want to call it. So I've only used the Olo markers with the base, but I did add a little bit of coloured pencil. I like using the Holbein coloured pencils to add a little bit more depth and sometimes to make colours a little bit darker and go between light and dark a little bit smoother. These were really good fun to play with. I also added some white paint pen highlights, and this is another test piece I did. This one has a lot more coloured pencil in it, so you can actually see the texture, which is fun to do as well. This is on Express-It blending card, which is used for alcohol markers and can also be used for other things as well, but I find the alcohol markers just glide really smoothly on here. So with the Olos, I did say I'd give you some more information. Inside the pen, hopefully you'll be able to see this, this is the free ink flow technology inside. This is directly off their website. And they say that in each of these markers, so in each half, because we put the two halves together to make one marker, each half has 2 mils of ink, which means when you put it together you have 4 mils in total. And most other markers only have 2 mils. And they say with that free flow ink technology, you get to use over 90% of the ink compared to standard marker technology, which uses between 65 and 70. That's off their website. That's what they claim on their website. So in terms of colours, this is their colour range, again straight off their website, and their naming conventions. So they've got the colour family, the hue and the value. With the markers, you can also decide whether you want brush nibs on both ends, or maybe you want brush and chisel, and basically design your own set of markers. Whoops, and we had some ink that splashed out there. In terms of flow, I found the ink flow fairly similar to Copic. I think the juiciest markers I've tried have been Ohuhu's, and I think the Pro markers, and then the Copic and the Olos sit there. Markers come down to personal preference. It depends on obviously which barrel design you find best to use, so while you're using it you find more comfortable in your hand, what type of ink flow you prefer, the nibs, the colour range, all that sort of stuff. But these were really good fun. Let me know if you would like to see some more art supply reviews in the comments, and thank you for joining me today. Have a great day.